deal.
You're going to walk away with more ideas to get more leads, more time, more, not more time sucking time, okay, but more time available to do things with it. All right. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about the past because people who understand the past have a better view of the future. Do you agree? Yeah. If you understood what happened in World War II, wouldn't that be helpful to know today? Right? A lot of people in that situation. So let's go down this path just a little bit. So remember this, okay? Without this, we might not have LinkedIn today because LinkedIn is a database. It's a bunch of data, and guess what this is? This is the early component to that. We had a few other things we learned along the way, right? Who's been on, let's say, Match? Who's been on MySpace? Okay, all right, so that's a little bit older school crowd. That's wonderful, okay? Well, today, a little bit. I said a little bit, all right? All right, Jake, a little bit. I did say a little bit. So LinkedIn had a certain day that it was born. It was born in 2003 right here, okay? And it was born based on some folks from PayPal that thought we could do something with this data mentality that we have here. We can create LinkedIn. The term social media did not exist at the time, okay? You could have bought any domain. You could have bought socialmedia.com in 2003. Term didn't exist, all right? And a year later, after LinkedIn got up, I became a coach. I kind of got involved in it. People pay me $500 to train them for an afternoon. Couldn't do much. Okay, there wasn't much there, I got to admit. You didn't know if Pat was a man or a woman, quite frankly. All right? So presently, if we get to where we are today, okay, so there's a lot of history that came up. If we get to where we are today, we gained pictures along the way. Wasn't that great? The Pat example. We gained company pages, right? That's great. Facebook's got them, right? We gained LinkedIn groups along the way. We gained posting and articles and all of this stuff along the way. But at its core, LinkedIn is still a database. Okay, you throw all that stuff on it. The cake has got all this stuff on it. There's cake in the middle. All right. So I'm going to put LinkedIn on par with these other tools over here that we use in the B2B world. We use mail. We use YouTube. We use blog posts and things of such nature. But we're not generally Instagramming, are we, every day? Not necessarily. All right. So there are things that are more social, and there are things that are more business. And LinkedIn is in the business category. I put them up on top. All right. And they stand alone. There's really no competitor to LinkedIn. Can you think of one? What would one be? Salesforce.com? Maybe? Facebook? You can't come up with one, can you? It's its own animal. And it was going to remain its own animal for quite a while. Microsoft bought them, and they're going to make sure there's plenty of deep pockets there so LinkedIn can go do whatever they want to do for a long, long time. Okay. How you look really matters. And if you look around here, I think we have 3 or 4 represented here on this screen here. How you look at a glance really, really matters because people are going to take how many seconds looking at you to decide whether they want to know more. Got 2 hands, right? Somewhere in that. Okay. Now, if you're on a list with 20 other people, how long are they going to take looking at you? Not very long at all. Zoom, next page, zoom. Oh, found one. Found one. You want to be the found one. And it's your picture and your text that surrounds your name that matters the most. Okay. So the other thing that really matters now in the present day of LinkedIn, we have new tools to do things where we can find more and better people. But we can also kick out the people that we didn't want. The artificial, unintended consequences of people that get caught up in our searches. And I'll share a little personal story. I got to share. I got to fall on the sword here. Okay. In the old days, you'd take a search and you'd go and investigate and run after those people. And buried on page 17 of my search was my ex-wife's lawyer. Kid you not? Kid you not? Nowadays, we have techniques to eliminate that problem. We have techniques to create lists and scrub them and take off. Well, Rich, I really love you, Rich. You're really good. You were good to me. But we shouldn't be doing business together. Do you agree? So you need Sales Navigator to do this stuff. You can't do the things you want to do with LinkedIn.com that I'm describing. So just sit back a little bit and realize this isn't for everybody. There's a certain dollar investment here. And there's even another dollar investment when you go to take it to the ultimate level that we're going to talk about. I'm going to show you what the total state of the art is up here. All right. So this is what a search looks like in Sales Navigator. You've got the size of the company. How experienced is somebody? Are they a chief level officer and stuff? We've got a whole lot of things we can do here with Sales Navigator that we can't do with LinkedIn.com. We've got a lot more filters, a lot more ways to dice and slice things. Okay. So once we found folks, we found these really great people. They're chief executives at just these industries that I like, and God, they got experience. I love these people. Every one of them, I scrape my whole list. What are we going to do with them? If we're not connected to somebody on LinkedIn, we generally want to get to that stage. We're going to invite them and maybe send a message to them afterwards, maybe a couple. If we're already connected, got half that problem solved. We can jump right to second base in baseball, right there. We can start messaging folks right away. The folks that we are connected to, we can post and like their stuff because now we can. When we're not connected, now we can't. Okay? Certain things. There's about 7 or 8 things that you can do, like recommend and endorse and all these things only when you're connected. Okay, so there's an incentive right there. So what you really want to do is take the best targets, the best people I can find, and the best messages over here and combine them together so I got the best message to the best person for the best experience. When you try to sell diapers to people that don't need them, you get the idea, right? You know, so these people need what I got, and this is what they want to hear me say. So let me say that to them, and I'll show you how we do that a little more effectively. This is how you do it now. There you are. You got your LinkedIn account on your MacBook Pro, maybe, or your Windows machine, and you got your Chrome extension, or you got your Firefox, whatever it is. It comes down to there's a bunch of things, though, that somebody's going to need to do. Do you agree? I talked to you about inviting. Well, who does that? I talked to you about messaging. Who does that post? Who does that? Who does that? If you have an assistant, it's pretty easy. You're going to do that. You're already doing stuff, right? You're already sending emails for me. You're already putting stuff into my Instagram. I got you set up for my little thing over there. You have an assistant that does all kinds of things. So if it's not an assistant, maybe it's you. On the flip side, you could hire a vendor. Okay? Either case, whether it's you, an assistant, or a vendor, these folks need to do one thing. They need to systemize. We need to combine a little technology and a little bit of human ingenuity here with the right man-machine. It's RoboCop. It's a little bit of both. Okay? There's things that work that cater well to a machine and things that don't. Okay? Things that cater well to a machine, this is the state of the art. I suggest this solution. There's an intermediate solution. We run stuff on our local computer. Have you heard of Duck Soup? Anybody? Meet Leonard, LinMail Pro, Linked Helper. They run on your local computer. That's a half step. I'm not here to teach you half steps, okay? I'm not showing you how to get halfway there, and I'm going to go all the way there. We're going to go all the way there, all the way to this. So 24 hours a day, there's a machine logged in as you on LinkedIn, sending messages, sending invitations, scrubbing data, saying, hey, that's good data. Let's put that into our database. Let's check out the inbox and see if we got any messages. So maybe we only do that from 7 in the morning to 9 at night. That's a pretty hard working employee, right? 14 hours a day, 7 days a week they do that stuff. But it's a machine. You got to load the machine with stuff every now and then. But it runs, it's a machine. It's going to invite people. And then 17 minutes later, we're going to connect, we'll send a message, and 12 minutes later, we're going to do this. This machine does not respond for you. It just gets you going. It just gets you going. Okay? So when I say the machine gets you going, it's designed to fire you up into a conversation like this so that you can get some data into your database, into your CRM system, and stoke that relationship. Okay? Otherwise, are you going to copy first name, paste first name, copy last name? How many times are you going to do that? 10 times for one person? Let's go to the next person, next person. These systems do that for you. All right? So I owe you where the future is going. Some of that seems kind of future-y, doesn't it? Does it seem like we're there a little? The future's there now, just a little bit? A little bit? I mean, these tools and systems, mechanical stuff. You're going to put me in that machine? What if my arm gets caught in a message that goes out on LinkedIn? Here's my arm that comes out. That's not going to happen, all right? Just not going to happen. These are machines that happen online. But this is where it's headed. This is where it's headed. We're going to have some sort of a system that is going to front end our Facebook and our LinkedIn and our Twitter and our Instagram and our Gmail and all of this stuff. We're going to have one inbox that has all my messages from Travis all in one spot. Didn't matter whether it was Facebook or email or a text message. Any of that stuff does not matter. It all comes in one spot. Now, how about a feed? So people are tweeting, as we say, on LinkedIn. That's a feed. On Facebook, it's a feed. How about all that in one spot? How about our networks intersected? So my Facebook network and my LinkedIn network and my Twitter network and my blank, blank, blank network, my contacts in Google and Gmail, all intersected, all together in one spot. This would be an app. It could be a Chrome extension. It could be something. I'm begging for this product. Do you want this? Yes. I want to make this product. Yeah. Would I make good money doing that if I could pull that off and had the right stuff? But if you know an investor, seriously, I've got 20 pages of blueprints for this product right here because I know what y'all need. I coach y'all one-on-one every day. I had two coaching calls today, and I presented this presentation to both of them. I said, you're going to sit down and listen to this. I need your help here today, and it's designed for you anyway. And I said, Travis, I got some updates to the presentation. It came from today. They told me they wanted a little more something, a little more this and that. Okay, so you got it. So I have some free resources here. NavigatingLinkedIn.com. It'll get you free guides on how to write a profile, how to figure out what Sales Navigator is and if it's right for you, how to apply this together to a campaign system to find just the right targets with just the right message, just the right time, to get just the right amount of leads on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. That's my presentation in general. I'm the LinkedIn Rockstar. LinkedInRockstar.com gets you right to my LinkedIn profile. Okay. The things that we do here and stuff, we can talk to you in the back of the room afterwards and stuff and kind of to talk about what might work for you and stuff. But I'm just appreciating the opportunity to be up here on stage talking about the thing I like to do the most to people who really just seem relatively interested. I see nodding heads here and stuff. If LinkedIn isn't doing everything you'd think it should do for you, think there's a little bit more, we got a little time to show you some things here if you want. So that's it for me. Janet, do you want to take over?